Live, local, now. WTOC First Alert Weather Day.
Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. Students in the Coastal Empire have been in school for the past 2 weeks, but today it's time for the Lowcountry to head back to class.
That's right. However, it's going to be a hot first day of school. Because of the heat, today has once again been declared a First Alert Weather Day. Meteorologist Dave Turley joining us now. Dave, what do students need to know before they head to the bus stop this morning?
Well, not much here for the morning hours. We don't have any advisories for that morning commute, but the First Alert Weather Day has been declared.
Well, breaking overnight, one person is in the hospital after police believe he was the victim of a hit and run. Metro Police say a driver noticed a man lying in the northbound lane of Abercorn Street near Montgomery Crossroads around 11:30 last night. Police say they noticed car debris in the road where that found that victim. The victim appears to have serious injuries. Police have no description of the car that possibly hit him.
Metro Police also investigating a second robbery at a Savannah CVS just this week. Police say someone robbed that pharmacy off Durin and Abercorn overnight. The suspect remains on the run this morning. They say that suspect was wearing a dark mask and dark clothing. He was armed with a pistol and demanded cash. The good news, no one was injured during this robbery. Right now, students in 3 Lowcountry districts are ready to head back to the classrooms.
Oh, that's right. Our back-to-school coverage continues. And Beaufort County, the Lowcountry's second largest school district. Jarvis Robinson live at Pritchardville Elementary in Bluffton this morning. Good morning, Jarvis.
Good morning, Tasha. You know, students and parents will start arriving here in just a few hours at Pritchardville Elementary. Coming up at 6:30, we're going to hear from the superintendent about that change and what you should know before your child starts back to school. For now, we're live here at Pritchardville Elementary this morning. I'm Jarvis Robertson, WTOC News.
Well, if your child didn't get enough sleep last night, here's how you can get them back on track. Take anything with an electronic screen away at least an hour before bed. Replace that time with a more relaxing activity like reading. Be consistent with your routine, especially on the weekends. The lack of sleep could hurt your child in the classroom. Doctors recommend 8 to 10 hours of sleep for children.
South Carolina Highway Patrol officers are reminding drivers to stop for flashing school bus lights. If you are behind a bus that stops, puts their lights on, and has a stop sign out, then you must stop. This rule also applies if you are on a 2-lane road headed in the direction of the bus. If you pass a stopped school bus, that could cost you up to $1,000. Also, if you speed in a school zone, you could be fined anywhere from $80 to $400. Continuing coverage this morning as students make their way back to the classroom, including those in Jasper County.
Exactly, and that's where we find our Georgia Reed Godfrey. And Georgia Reed, there's some big changes taking place in Jasper County this year. That's right?
That's absolutely right. Good morning, guys. Well, we've been talking about this staggered bell schedule for quite some time now because it's going to have a big impact on the district.
Right now, you're taking a live look at Beaufort County. So far, things look quiet, but in about the next hour or two, students will start making their way back to class. We'll have another live update as the Lowcountry heads back to school.
And a live look from our WTOC Carrie Hilliard Skycam. Right now, not a whole lot of activity on the roads, but very shortly there will be a lot more school buses. First Alert meteorologist Dave Turley has all you need to know and what your students need to know if they can expect a wet ride from school. Welcome back. Right now, you're looking at our WTOC weather app. There's no rain on our radar right now. It still comes in handy on days like today. If you click the other feature in the right-hand corner of your screen, you'll be able to see the heat advisories in your area. We'll have another weather update in about the next minute.
That's right. And taking a look now at some of this morning's top stories, an apparent hit and run on Abercorn Street near Montgomery Crossroads has left one person in the hospital. Happened around 11:30 last night. The victim appears to have life-threatening injuries. Police have no description of the car that possibly hit him.
The University of Virginia holding a candlelight vigil to remember Heather Heyer. She was the woman killed in the Charlottesville violence. She died after a man drove his car into a crowd of people who were protesting against a white nationalist rally.
White House Chief Strategist Steve Bannon is condemning white supremacy after the violence in Charlottesville. He told the American Prospect that white supremacists are, quote, a collection of clowns. Bannon went on to call them losers and a fringe element.